All right, welcome on in to another episode of First CSP, the channel dedicated to bringing you the first council sorter patch issued from each council in Scouting America, both past and present. Today we're going to take a look at Allohak 618 out of West Virginia. Council was formed in 1990 as the merger of Central West Virginia 616 and Cutaga Area 618, and lasted up until 2018 when it was absorbed as part of Buckskin 617. We have an activity special issue starting on the patch table here. The SA1 listed as 100 made, defined with its yellow border, light blue sky, red fleur-de-lis, black letters from 1990, and it is listed as a commemorative issue, I guess because it was the first. You can see it's a pretty standard plastic back patch, and essentially is a yellow bordered version of what would become their regular issue, the S2. The S2 did have several manufacturer runs, the very first of which is the S2A, and you can tell it's essentially the same representation with a red border. And you'll see very notably that the fleur-de-lis match up exactly, whereas the subsequent runs on the S2, the S2B and S2C, will have slightly thinner fleur-de-lis that look distinctly different. Again, same plastic bag patch here. This is the S2A for comparison's sake. But the very first issue is the yellow border SA1. And again, that's then followed up with the S2A. We do have the S2B and C we'll show here in just a second, as those variations then start to change a little bit. But these are the first two issues with the SA1 and the S2A, and essentially the same issue, special issue with yellow to start, and then they went into the regular issues of red. Let's take a look then at the next one, the S2B. The S2B, you can see, has super thick lettering, and actually that's one of the things that defines it. On the S2A and S2C, the name Allohak Council would be 56 millimeters in length, and because of the boldness of this printing on the S2B, we get 59 millimeters in length. So you're going to note very bold looking text and a super thin looking fleur-de-lis. That defines the S2B. So there's the S2B. We'll put this one down at the bottom for a second. Bring back the S2A just to show you the difference in that fleur-de-lis. It's relatively similar in the blue background, but you will see that it is a bit darker. And as we go through subsequent issues of the S2, the A is the lightest, B is a little darker, and the C is very dark on the blue background. Obviously, you can see some color differentiation based on the style of thread for the river here as well. There's a number of things that definitely stand out as a difference in the issues. We've got S2A, which matches the first SA1 just with a red border, and then we start to move into the S2B. We have the same style fleur-de-lis as the S2B on the S2C. Now we get to a slightly smaller patch, left to right. We still have that super thin kind of looking fleur-de-lis. We go back to smaller text on the S2C. So 3 variations were recognized originally. If you go back in the collecting guides to say 2004, those have now all been just consolidated to just the S2. And here is a comparison of the S2B versus C. So again, this looks much lighter in blue background, and then the C gets very dark. And then comparing over the top, this is the S2A, which matches the background of the SA1. And you can see kind of the more traditional, I would counter, fleur-de-lis on the S2A, and then you get these kind of thin spread out ones on the S2B and C. But those are the first issues. We'll kind of put back up the original SA1 here in yellow, and then the last one, the S2C. Hopefully you guys have enjoyed this episode. We've got brand new episodes out every single day, and every episode we've done previous to this one is always available for you 24/7 on YouTube, on the channel. We've also got playlists separated out if you just want to see all the first issues, which is most of the episodes on the channel, or ones that have pre-CSPs or ones that are known to have reproductions. We kind of highlight those out in case you're trying to get to those more quickly. We've got those playlists for you on the channel as well. I want to thank everybody for stopping in today to see this episode. Look forward to seeing you in the future, but until the next one, I hope you guys have a great rest of your day.